Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Local Lowdown podcast. We are located in South Central Texas. On this podcast, we do a weekly review of all the newspapers in Lavaca County, Texas, and also the Luling Newsboy and Signal located in Luling, Texas. After the reviews, we will have a conversation about different subjects all over the Lone Star State. Some of these things can get quite comical. Thanks for listening. And now, here are your hosts, Murray and Michelle.
Hello, everybody. This is Murray back with you for the 20th and 21st of May, 2026 issues of the Local Lowdown. And I got my co-host here, Michelle, with me. How are you, Michelle?
I think you should change it to I'm lucky I have my co-host.
Yeah.
I'm blessed.
Yeah, I'll manage to do that next time.
Okay, great.
Well, we got some games coming up. I think Moulton girls play tonight in New Caney at 6 o'clock. I believe it's a one-game deal. And if they win that, they'll be going to state. What other schools have you got?
So Shiner girls played last night and won 13-0, and they will play again tonight because theirs is a 2 out of 3 series at 5 o'clock in Huntsville. And if they win tonight, then they take the series and they will head to state as well.
All right.
If not, they will play a third game to see who goes to state on Saturday. And I'm sitting here and I'm trying to waste time to try to think who they're playing. Como Picton.
All right.
There it is. And then congratulations to the Shiner boys on a great season. They only had 2 losses and they were regional champions, but they did fall short to Burton last night in a 1-game series, 1-0. So, hard loss there.
Well, I got some terrible news. I forgot to bring my coffee out here.
Oh, God.
That's terrible.
It is terrible.
But anyway,
I thought you were going to say your aunt passed away, which is actually the terrible news.
Yeah. And I'm going to have to absorb that a little while before I talk about it. But, yeah, she passed away. She was a beautiful lady, and she was over 90, probably around 93. And she's the last of the Mohicans on my mother's side. They're all gone. And her and my mother were really, really close because this one that passed was the youngest, and my mother was next to the youngest. And they were really close and spent a lot of time together. So I just hope that, as her daughter told me this morning, that she hoped they're dancing in heaven. And we hope so. But anyway, a little sadness seems like always has to fall. When you get that age, you figure, well, they've lived a good life, and she had a hard life. But like I told Michelle this morning, she's one of those people that no matter how bad it got, she was always smiling, and she even lost a daughter, an adult daughter, just probably 5 years ago. So anyway, we miss you, Aunt Fanny, and hope we'll see you sometime. All right, that's all the sadness I got. So what you got?
I do, and I'm not very close with the family, but I did know the family that was from Shiner, and the mother graduated from Shiner High School. I'm not sure how many years back, but her name is Kelsey, and she had a daughter that had spina bifida, and the daughter was 7 and passed away this week.
Oh, my.
So condolences to their family, as I know it is very hard. She's been very positive on Facebook about that she knows her daughter talked about heaven a lot and had a strong faith belief, and that she was always excited, the daughter was, that one day she would be able to dance in heaven. And so you speaking of dancing reminded me of that. And so I do hope that she is pain-free now, because she did have a lot of surgeries and a lot of pain in her time here on earth, but was always smiling and bringing joy to others too.
What do you think about, I was thinking about it this morning after I got that news. that people do sort of tell all their family things on Facebook. And I know I'm probably as bad as anybody else. I try not to, but I got to thinking, I've heard people say, well, that's a bad thing, and people shouldn't put all their family information out there. But the way I look at it, I think it's a good thing. I think at that point in your life and bad things happen, that maybe you need to share, or maybe there's people out there that don't have anybody else to talk to. And when you have these sadnesses, you have a hard time keeping them bottled up. And I don't know, there's different opinions on it. I know my wife, she doesn't like to divulge family things online, and then I'm just opposite. But no, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think it's bad. I mean, I think that it can often, Facebook and those platforms sometimes become this way that people only say the good and everything's so beautiful and wonderful.
Yeah.
And so when you can hear someone's real feelings and thoughts and know that there is other pain and there is that people don't always come up to you and say, hey, this happened to me, but they feel more comfortable sitting down and writing their story or their thoughts. And I know that when Gilbert and I suffered our first miscarriage, the amount of people that then knew I had one that were telling me it happened to us too, like I was so shocked because no one really talks about it, but then they were free to tell our stories, and it did feel better that we weren't like the only ones. And we saw that they had great families, and it gave us hope. So I think stories can be good, but you also have to remember that they are people telling stories, just like when you read a book sometimes. Yeah. It's their story, and if you don't feel the same way because something happened to you, that doesn't mean your feelings are wrong. Right. We're all different. So
yeah, it's the thing about it is too, on most of these social platforms, that you can decide who sees what you put out.
That is true.
And I don't put out anything on public unless it's something that a cause maybe, or a political thing that I want to share. But as far as personal things, you can share it with friends only.
Yeah.
And
you can actually pick who. Too.
Exactly, yeah. And same thing on YouTube. You can, when I publish a YouTube video, I can make it where only I can see it. But I'm thinking, why should I do that? I mean, what's the use?
That'd be kind of weird,
What's the use of doing it? Or you can put it where they have to have a link to see what you put out there. So there's ways of keeping it a little bit private anyway. So pick who you share it with, because you've got a lot of, should I say, a-holes on some of these social platforms that don't really care if you're suffering. In fact, some people are so sick that they enjoy it. But
that is true.
Anyway, condolences to everybody who's lost, because it's a sad thing, but unfortunately it's a part of life, and we're all looking at it at one time or another. So let's try to get a little happier and talk about
graduation.
Talk about graduation and how kiddos are starting their new life.
Yes, and what an adventure it is. They've finished 12 to possibly 14 years of school, depending on what age they started, and they've had many memories made, many accomplishments, but yet the best is yet to come, and that's very exciting. And life is always of what you make it. So starting new, starting fresh is sometimes good, but they too experience a lot of emotions of leaving behind a support system and a family and friends that they've had for many years. But all of our papers celebrate graduates this week, except, well, Moulton still does, because y'all had your graduation, and it's on the front page, the graduating class, but their individual graduates were honored last week, right. But everyone else is this week. Hallettsville, which is where we're going to start this week, has the top three from each school, Hallettsville High School and Sacred Heart. And so those kiddos have worked extra hard to get these honors, and congratulations to them. So you're able to read all about them. And then there's a special section inside that we want to thank all our advertisers for allowing us to bring to you.
You bet.
Also, huge success. We have the Sacred Heart Indianettes, who have brought home their third straight state championship in softball. And so we will be having a special section on that. There's an ad inside with deadlines if you want to honor your athlete or honor one of the girls you know or honor the team in general.
Do you know when that's coming out or what the deadlines
It's the beginning of June that it'll come out. I think the second week, and the ad deadline is May 28th.
Okay. All right.
And you can just contact us here at the office. We have runoff elections going on, parish picnics in both Shiner and Hallettsville this weekend. So if you can attend one or both, support one or both if you can. I know the weather's supposed to be a little rainy, but maybe at least it won't be so hot. But regardless of the weather, the food will be amazing.
You bet.
It's not going to stop it.
Always is.
So we have 2 obituaries, Mr. Franklin Neubauer and Ms. Susan Walker. Condolences to their family. We also have some different columns. We have one new column, which is checking in with Henry Joe.
All right.
And so Henry blessed us with his presence this week. And so he talks a little bit about his memories of Memorial Day and church picnics. He also gives you a little check lesson and check wisdom, and ends with basically a quote of the day. So, and his little Sponum Bohem, which means may God be with you.
All right.
So we're excited to have Henry back, and we haven't taken Chadwick Chuck away because he's been doing a great job of that. And so he still has his same question of, well, we know guy that wears a little raccoon tail on his hat. Is your answer, so call in and get that in. Jimmy talks a lot about his Astros all the time, and he is not really enjoying where they're at right now. He talks about graduation and kind of what we said about how it's a bittersweet time. And so you want to hear what his thoughts are as someone who's been in both a dad and an educator and a coach. What else do we have going on?
What is this here?
That is the Father Christopher from the Sacred Heart Parish is pictured with a bike that will be auctioned off.
Oh, all right.
That he'd actually like to take home to Ghana, it says. We talked about the Indianettes making it 3 in a row, but on the other side of the story was the boys who lost a 1-0 game in the state semifinals. And so that score seems to be haunting a lot of local teams now.
That's not good.
Colt Edmonds won bronze in state, and I think this is his second year in a row. And we want to thank Nicole Smith, our staff reporter for Luling, who went and spent some time at the state track meet, I think like 3 days time, getting all of those pictures for all the newspapers.
Yeah, she provided photos for every paper, I believe.
I think so.
We used them in Moulton, and very good as usual.
Yes, and we have the A&M scholarships that were given. Congrats to all of the scholarship winners from every school. This is a great time that your hard work is paying off, because different places are rewarding you. And thank you also to all the scholarship donors that are helping make their futures a little brighter and easier. We have classifieds, as always. And then we have a Memorial Day tribute page, which tells you all the Memorial Day ceremonies in Hallettsville, Shiner, and Moulton. And we hope very much that you can attend one.
You bet.
If not more. And we thank our sponsors for allowing us to bring this and to honor those who have lost their lives.
You bet. Yeah, that's, try to attend, like Michelle said, try to attend at least one of those. It takes little time, very little time to stop and give thanks for these people that, I was I was watching something on YouTube, or not YouTube, but YouTube earlier, and I watch Fox News a lot. And there's a boy on there. His name is Johnny Joey Jones.
Whoa, that's a name.
Johnny don't have any legs. He's a Marine. He lost both his legs. He was a bomb technician, where he actually would go out and try to defuse them bombs, and evidently one of them wasn't nice. And anyway, he suffered all these things, and now he's on Fox News as a commentator, and he's on several shows. He just re-enlisted at 45 with both legs gone.
Wow.
And but anyway, those are the kind of people we have serving in our military, past and present. So if you get a chance, be sure and attend one of these ceremonies. And what are we doing, Michelle? We're going over to Moulton now?
Yeah, that's what the fly landed on.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what, well, I'm not going to say what I'm thinking. But we got the Moulton High School, a 6-column picture across the top front page of the graduating class of 2026. And then we have a little blurb, as Michelle, she don't like blurbs.
The word just gets me.
What do we got there, Michelle? Something about the Legion Post? Yes,
about the Memorial Day ceremony that they will be hosting in Moulton. And then me and Murray had some talk about this photo. And I kept trying to tell him how to fix it.
Which was a mistake.
All the way around, because, Murray gets so angry. It's just,
she didn't realize what plans I had for this picture. And
it's a hostile environment.
Things that she wanted me to take out, I had already intended on cropping totally out. But let's give credit.
But instead of saying, "Oh, well, I'm going to crop it," he goes,
yeah. And you can't say what I said. But
no, I can't, because it was hostile.
Anyway, the picture was taken by Nicole Smith. It's a great picture, and I did a little other things to it, and some cropping and some other things, and I was really happy with the way it turned out. The only thing I wasn't happy with was I let off the explanation with the word gold, and it didn't come out as dark as I wanted it to, so I'll be redoing my gold swatch. But other than that, and then also at the bottom, we have the Moulton Bob Kittens and their playoff run. And actually, I had already built the front page, and I was told that a grandmother from Moulton called. She was wondering if we could get their picture on the front page. And although I had already done the front page, being the nice guy that I am,
he wasn't hostile to them, just me. No. He got it all out on me.
I love grandmother. So anyway, we're happy we could get in there, and those girls certainly do deserve that.
Yeah, there's age discrimination here. Did you hear that?
All right. Go ahead, Michelle.
We have one obituary, Becky Mars. Condolences to her family. We have Carson Blahudas, that she received a scholarship. And again, we want to, congratulate everyone on their accomplishments. We have the Moulton UIL academic winners, and this was from state, correct?
Right.
So, that's quite a group. I mean, it's a pretty big group that got to go, and so that's no small accomplishment.
Yeah, we're proud of them. They did a good job.
And we have some sports, as we've kind of been talking about. The Kittens had an easy win, I would say, last week, with 27-0 was the final score on that. You can also see the other winners at the state track and field, which was Audrey Swinford and I'm not doing it this week.
And then Chalupka.
Halupka.
Well, see, you wanted to argue about it.
Yeah, I did.
Anyway, congratulations to all of those kids. And Moulton has got, as we said before, they've got a one game playoff tonight to see if they go to state. And
Would this be their first time? Do you know?
I doubt it, but no, I don't know for sure. But anyway, Jimmy Apple and I were talking about this next team that they're playing has a humongous record, and that's natural when you get in these playoffs. That every time
Correct.
you step up, you face a tougher team. So we're pulling for the Kittens, and we know that if anybody can pull it off, they can. But they'll be playing tonight at New Caney, 6 o'clock. And
Awesome.
I don't believe they had any major rain up there, so hopefully they'll get that game in. And then we have, what is that, FFA kids,
The new officers.
New officers.
Correct.
and then we have Moulton's
Moulton's Memorial Day.
Memorial. That you did a good job on that.
I know. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, let's move on over then to your second to the favorite paper.
I know, and I couldn't even find one earlier.
Now you got to fight that fly. We got a fly in here, folks.
And he is not a fan of us being in
Believe
here.
me, if it wasn't for this microphone, he'd already be dead. But
He's a survivor.
we're just swatting at him, and hopefully I'll get him after we're done. All right, go ahead on with Shiner.
So as we mentioned, most of the communities have a Memorial Day ceremony, and Shiner will be no different, and Manny Cordova will be the speaker. So you could find out, pick up your Shiner Gazette and read a little bit about him, or just come out Monday and hear his speech. We look forward to hearing that. The picnic, we mentioned that's coming up, and you could win a bike, or you could bid on a bike at the auction. We saw the pastor with that one, and here we see Father Aaron Padilla and Father Jacob Mendoza with a mule that you can win at the Shiner picnic. So we also have the 3 honor graduates, or top 3 graduates for Shiner High School, which is Charlie Clifford, Reese Carson, and Peyton Wagner. And yes, I think I got all their names right, even though only the last names are at the bottom. So if I didn't, I'm sorry.
Well, congratulations to those folks anyway.
Yes, and read about all their accomplishments. What's on these pages? There's some big pictures coming up, which are the A&M scholarships. We have 2 obituaries, Ronnie Uritza and Franklin Neubauer. Condolences to their families. Memorial Day celebratory ads. A great reminder to honor our military, even though this is more the honor of those who have passed.
Exactly.
But it's never a bad day to thank someone for their service.
Yeah, anytime you get a chance, you ought to speak up, and most of them are shy when you say that to them. But they did their duty, and they should be appreciated. And these families that have lost loved ones in war, the best you can do is give your condolences, because they did a wonderful thing by selecting to go and fight for their country. You know, I read one time, and I've said it before on this podcast, out of the millions of people in this country, over 300 million, guess how many? Guess what percentage serves in our military?
10. 1. Man, I knew it was low.
1%. And it's an all volunteer service. So keep that in mind when you see these people in uniform, and these older guys that have been through it. My dad went through it. I had 5 uncles that fought in World War II, and my dad, and every one of them, and I tried to interview all of them, and hardly any of them would talk. But when they would talk, they would say, and I know my dad, it haunted him for years. Why did I get to come home when my buddies didn't? So there you go. But anyway, they should be honored for sure. Go ahead, Michelle.
And then we have some scholarship winners. Congratulations to Sally Mahachek and Tawny Shelton for their GVC wins. Casey Kramer committed to cheer at the Texas A&M University in Corpus Christi. and she was a cheerleader from Shiner High School. We want to congratulate Beverly from Brave Tractor, and they're inviting you to celebrate her retirement of after 41 years of service.
All right.
Shiner boys, they won at the state meet the 4x100, placed third in the 4x200. I'm pretty sure Quincy got third in the triple jump, and overall the boys placed third.
Well,
So
good.
they had a good showing. Also at the state meet, we talked about the girls and the boys already, baseball and softball. But you can read all their stats. And there was a great picture by Howard Essie, and we thank him for contributing to our paper. We have some classifieds, and then OAP. They didn't get the finish they quite wanted at state, but to get to state is always a finish you want.
That's
So
a great time.
7th at state is nothing to be ashamed of in any way, for sure.
You bet.
Luling.
All right, we're going to go on over to the Luling Newsboy and Signal, and our good friend Nicole Smith. And I'll say it right now while we're on the air, Nicole, we appreciate all those nice photographs that you sent us. I think we probably used them in all the papers.
Yes.
I know that we used them in Moulton and in Hallettsville.
Yoakum has some, and Shiner. I'm pretty sure that was her picture in Shiner.
Well, we do appreciate your help, because a lot of those things we wouldn't have had if it hadn't been for you. So thanks again, Nicole.
There's a song, If There Hadn't Been You.
Well, let's don't go quite that
Okay.
far with it. But anyway, go ahead.
So she talks about baccalaureate. Did I say it right?
Don't ask me.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a long-standing tradition, and she talks about that, as well as we mentioned there is a special edition to honor all the Luling and Prairie Lee graduates, and congrats to them. Data centers is still a hot topic in Luling, so check that out. A lot of our local papers had the swearing in of new city council officers, and Luling ISD approves their 2026-27 compensation plan, and Nicole covered that. Police reports, a new evacuation center has been built in Luling, and it is now open, and it possibly will be used for graduation this Friday. So if the rain doesn't clear, that's where you will find graduation. I know that that's not probably the ideal place, because I think there's going to be more of a limits on these places if you have to go
Does it
inside.
say exactly where that's located? Because I don't recall seeing it.
Yes, it's sitting on 20 acres at 13,900 North Magnolia Avenue.
Okay. Well, it looks like a huge building, so
Yes.
it'll be able to hold a lot of folks.
And there is graduation updates, and there's messages in all of our paper about graduation. No one's making a call till tomorrow at noon is what I've seen for most schools. So check out Facebook and all of that, and we can hope that whatever happens is what's meant to be. She wrote a nice article about remembering the cost of freedom for the Memorial Day, and talks a little bit about the plan for the upcoming Memorial Day celebrations. She also covered the graduation walk before the final race that was held at the track meet she was at, the state track meet. All district baseball and softball was announced. We have a community article by Chief Kennard Bing.
All right.
And we have bright ideas and big smiles from young entrepreneurs, which is a great article.
All right. Well, way to go, Nicole. Too bad we don't have you here to fight this fly with us.
I know. Where is she? Oh, who knows? Probably doing nothing. No, I'm kidding. So we go to Yoakum. Yoakum had a Mother's Day out graduation, so that is the future right there. And time will go really fast, and you will see them in our graduation section sooner than you will imagine. We also had a state champion, Jayla Hessler. I think this is her second year in a row to take that title. Dash for Downs held a run, and there's some pictures from that. Let's see, we have a business of the month. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of swearing-ins happened in this past week. Academic and awards were given at Yoakum High School to senior, junior, sophomore, and freshman. So see those pictured, and congrats to all those that were honored. Some great pictures, of course, by Nicole. I mean, how cool is that girl's hair? Honestly?
Yeah, I like that.
Let's just see. And then the boy, Xavier Barnett's hair is pretty cool, too. It was the cool hair pictures. I like it. All sports banquet was held, and you could see some honorees from them. It's a great time that kids are getting honors for all their hard work throughout the year, and that's always fun to see. They have some Memorial Day ads, so thank you to those that helped us honor those that have served and went on before us, and I think it's also more of an honor to their families that we haven't forgotten them.
You betcha.
All right, we're done.
Well, you know, I wanted to talk about that data center in Luling. I saw a special on something the other day, was talking about those. And the way they're doing, they're just taking land. Well, they call it eminent domain, where they can just seize land. And they're fighting it in Luling. But this one show that I was watching, it was talking about the electricity that those things use. It's just humongous. It said that the ordinary grid can't keep up. And then I didn't know until I saw the show how much water they use.
Water is crazy.
You know, it's like, I don't remember what he was saying, 30 or 40 million gallons a day.
It was when I read it to try to figure out, because I didn't really know what even it was when it started going in the paper. And so when I looked it up, I never even thought, when you think data centers, water did not connect with me, that would be
me either.
Something. It was a large
The
amount.
electricity, I could buy that, but I'm going to have to read further into that. Is that part of that AI thing, or?
Yeah, I'm not real sure. I mean, you know, it's like with anything, because the way Murray and I are talking, we are telling the negatives, and there are some, and some really big ones. But I mean, we do all use data, and we do need centers to do it. I just don't know that necessarily the area could take it that they're trying to put them in. And just because the land is there, you have to remember what the communities can take, and you don't want to dry up an area.
Well, it's like this one show that I was watching. This guy said that a girl had written to him and said that they just took her family home.
Wow.
You know, eminent domain. I'm going to have to look that up. But
I'm not really
it's more, in my mind, it's more like stealing. But anyway, you know, they're putting those all over the country. And in my opinion, I said, well, let's just take the land and the farmland and stuff that we're letting China buy and kick China off of their land instead of Americans, and put it there. But anyway, like you said, it's something that's going to be needed. I saw in the Victoria Advocate, I believe they're putting a nuclear plant near Victoria. So, but yeah, that's
maybe Clayton Keller with 2 E's could look into that story.
Well, Clayton Kelly with 2 E's and I had to talk this morning about things he's going to get to me for the next paper, and anyway.
How did that go?
Thank you, Clayton.
Oh, yeah. I heard some apologizing, so I don't know that it went that well.
There were several, but I don't know. I don't know. And Clayton Kelly with 2 E's, he's a very dedicated young man. And when he writes something, he wants to be sure you got it. Let's just put it like that. And, you know, that's good. He's conscientious, and he got...
Well, that's a big word like watermelon.
It is a big word like watermelon. I should have saved that for Luling, being the watermelon capital. But, yeah, you know, he got some, accolades on his story about Chief Daniel Byer over in Moulton. And we appreciate that. And thank you, Chief, for the compliments. We always appreciate that.
Yeah, it's better than the opposite, for sure.
Yeah.
Which we get plenty of those.
Yeah, we get those for sure. Well, have you got anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, we got to talk longer because speaking of Clayton Kelly, he's in there itching to go to lunch, and we're holding him back.
You know, Clayton Kelly with 2 E's, he said he was going to lunch, wasn't it, about 10?
Yeah, it was pretty early.
And what you told him, and what did he say?
He didn't have breakfast.
Oh, okay. Well,
So he's more having a brunch, I guess.
well, Clayton Kelly with 2 E's, he's a growing boy, you know.
Yeah.
You have to understand that.
We don't want to stunt his growth.
No.
And little Chuckums, he's on his way to see his grandson graduate. So congratulations to Zachary Groff Jr., who will be graduating high school today or tomorrow. Do you know? I think it's tonight.
I don't know, but I think Chucky's already up there.
Yeah, he's halfway.
Oh, okay.
He was looking to get a haircut, all 2 hairs trimmed.
Well,
this week.
You know, little Chucky like me, he can comb his hair with a washcloth.
But he still has to get
But
cut
he
all
gets
the
a
time.
haircut, yeah. But anyway, you got to keep that dome shining.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could cut y'all hair.
Really?
Yeah, sure.
Well, that's good. I got some clippers I'll bring to you.
Yeah, let's
It's
try
like I
it.
go to the barber shop and I walk in and he knows by now that I say, number 2 on the whole head. So we don't do no like,
I'm pretty sure I could do it.
Yashik gets, he gets a trim, you know,
Yeah.
because he's so handsome. But me, I want it all gone because I don't have that much left on top anyway. So we bought a pair of clippers.
Yeah.
And we were thinking, well, maybe I could do it myself. But when I try to get in them awkward positions, my shoulder would hurt.
Oh.
And old Cordelia, she just, you know,
She wasn't feeling
she's
it.
not into that, no.
Well, why don't you bring them and then
I'll
can
bring
do
them clippers out
yours?
here, and I want one of them,
Chucky's,
what you call them?
maybe Clayton's,
What do you call them things?
like
A
robes.
little deal, and then
yeah.
you put that paper collar up here.
Oh, well, I don't know about all that. That seems a little
Yeah,
extra.
and I like my neck shaved, but my barber don't shave necks.
Okay.
So
Well, I could do it.
you might have to. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I trust you with the razor.
It's going to be fine. I've cut Gilbert's hair.
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
Well.
but I usually scream and get scared.
Well,
But it's fine. I can do it.
Gilbert's always looking pretty sharp. So yeah.
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 Well, I don't do it often.
Let's
But
talk
I've
about
done it.
Gilbert.
Let's talk about it.
Gilbert got a new job.
He did get a new job. He is going to be the athletic director at Our Lady of Victory in Victoria.
When I saw it posted, I commented, and I was immediately going to say he's a real saint. Then I got to thinking, well, this is a religious school, and maybe they'll think I'm making fun. So I just said he's a good man or something like that.
Hey, look, there's like a really bad wasp or something trying
That's
to come
not near as bad as what was on those dumpsters Tuesday.
The buzzards.
And I took a picture of it. I don't think I think I just posted it to us.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put it on local lowdown. But we was all a little nervous. Well, not all of us, but the ones
A good
the
majority.
ones in the geriatrics ward were a little nervous.
Yeah, but they left.
Yeah.
So they were here for just the food next door.
Cordelia said that she was afraid there might have been a dead body in that dumpster. Because she said, you know, that's what they come after.
Yeah.
Roadkill.
Well, it looks like the garbage men must have picked it up because now they're gone.
Now all we got's a fly. If we could get him to pick him up, well, everything would be
Yeah, a fly and a wasp. Oh no, what else can we talk about, Murray?
good. Well, we don't need to just drag it out so you can keep talking.
But I like to talk,
Yeah, I
you
know
know,
you do.
because Clayton then has to wait. But hey, I did want to tell you your Tombstone pizzas are on sale at Dollar General.
Were they 2 for $10?
2 for $10.
They've always been that.
Oh, well, but we do want to thank Dollar General for their inserts,
You
and you
betcha.
should check it out because they have some good sales. Because I need to go buy some new mustard because we didn't talk about that, but I almost died.
Bring some ketchup when you
Okay. When I could buy one and get one free.
yeah.
It's a good deal. But I ate expired mustard last week, and I was home alone when it happened. And so I did what any normal human would do, is ask my work friends if I was going to die. And Jimmy Apple said, "Nice knowing you." So I was pretty certain that was it. I don't know. You probably laughed about it, right? I can't remember.
I said I'm looking for a new podcast host.
Oh, yes, he did. That's what he said. So I definitely was headed in the wrong direction, but luckily for everyone, I'm a survivor.
All right.
And I didn't even get sick.
All right. Well, getting back to those Tombstone pizzas.
Yeah.
They're not bad. And for that price, they're really not bad. But, you know, I like my pizza a little more crunchy.
Yeah.
A little thinner, not all that cheese and stuff. And that's the way they are. But,
what's the difference between the blue and the red? Do you know?
well, one has all meat and one just has pepperoni.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which one do you like?
I like the pepperoni.
Well, there you go.
But it's all good.
So if you're needing a pizza, there it is. It's on sale.
No Tombstone. You betcha.
Good price. Or ketchup or mustard, like me.
Well, when you get that ketchup,
Yeah.
don't buy an off-brand.
Well, why would I buy an off-brand?
Well, because it might be on sale and you might think you can get away cheap.
This is buy one, get one free Heinz.
Okay. Heinz or Hunt?
Hunt.
Those
Ooh,
two.
I don't like Hunt's. But I don't really like
Heinz is
ketchup,
good.
so there's that.
Yeah, well,
Sorry, Hunt's.
I like to put it on your chicken spaghetti.
Oh, yeah, that makes me mad. And let us say, this is not an advertisement for Tombstone.
No.
Hunt's, Heinz. What else have we mentioned?
But if it is, perhaps you could kick a little in to help pay for this podcast.
Awesome.
You
If
bet.
you'd like to be a sponsor.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I think there was some talk of it being sponsored.
Yeah, we're still working on it.
So, yeah.
Of course we are.
All right. We'll say your goodbyes and.
All right. Well, have a great weekend and holiday. Are you working tomorrow, Murray, or what is your plans?
No, I'm not working tomorrow except on the house, and the rain has taken that away from me.
Okay.
So I don't know. We finally got our washer and dryer hooked up.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
After the fight, and anyway, we've got that all done. So now I tell old Cordelia, you have no excuse for me not having clean clothes.
I know. I was noticing you were wearing
A little scroungy.
some Hooters, hookers. What's your shirt say? Hookers, right? Hookers, yes.
If you were a hot rodder, you
I
would
would
know
know.
what that means.
And it doesn't mean the hookers I'm thinking?
It means hooker exhaust pipes.
Oh. Also, not sponsoring this podcast. But if you want to.
All right.
Well, why? But Henry, I think, is coming tomorrow, so should we tell him not to?
Why would he be coming tomorrow?
Because we have Monday off. It's Memorial Day, sir.
We don't have Monday off.
No, which is why I think I'm going to be taking tomorrow off and coming in Monday.
Well, tell him to take the day off. He don't get paid for it anyway. But.
That's right. Well, anyway. All right. Well, we may enjoy our day off tomorrow and the rest of the weekend, but we'll be here Monday working hard.
You bet. And if you have an opportunity, go to some of these events honoring these people who have passed and defending this country. So that's all for me, and I'll say my goodbyes, and we hope that you will join us next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Happy Memorial Day.